Hi, my name is Julie and I'm with the Pigeon Letters Design Team. Today we are going to be making a loose floral abstract watercolor. I really enjoyed making this and I hope that you do too. Okay, so this is everything you guys are going to need for this tutorial. I have a monoline pen, a white gel pen if you have it, some opaque white. This is the pen white, but you can use any opaque watercolor or acrylic. We're just going to use a little bit of that. This is a size 8 round brush, so you could use a 6 or a 10 depending on the size of your paper that you're using. And the colors I chose, just greens and blues. So I have 2 different blues. This one, if you don't have this specific color, that's fine. It's called Lunar Blue. And it's really granular, so it kind of just adds a little bit of texture to it. If you don't have that, that's fine. It's just a grayer blue. This is indigo, and then this green is kind of a bluish green. Again, if you don't have that, you can mix one. Use whatever you feel like is right. So these are just what I'm going to be using. I'm going to put this over. All right, get some clean water, rinsing your brushes. And we are going to start with your flowers. This is a really fun way to paint flowers. It can get a little messy, so if you feel like you're maybe a control freak, I'm sorry. But leave some white space while we're doing it. So we're just going to kind of build our flowers here and then let this, relax. So I'm going to go ahead and go with the Lunar Blue first, which is that kind of gray blue one. All right. And again, we are kind of smashing your brushes a little bit. As you can see, sort of a petal shape. Okay. You're just kind of going to roll it. These are not going to be perfect. And you can obviously add more shape to it as you find it. So I'm going to grab the indigo. You're going to let it just barely connect with the other one. Also, use some lighter ones with just a little bit of clear water. Just going to be alternating back and forth between the 2 blues. They don't all have to touch. They don't all have to be as big as the other one either. You're just making sort of like an abstract bouquet. And you can make it look a little bit like some are turned, some are open towards the front. You can see this one as it's drying, it's kind of giving a really cool texture, which I am obsessed with. Go with another indigo. I'm going to put this one up here. But this doesn't need to be perfect. So if you're looking at this and you're like, Julie, those are blobs, I promise it's gonna come out really cool when we're done. And you know what? Even if it doesn't, it's still really fun and relaxing. So give yourself a break. Okay, I think we're gonna do one more indigo over here. Now, you're going to use a little bit of the opaque white I was telling you guys about. Again, this is the pen white. You can use any sort of acrylic, watered down acrylic or whatever. I like this one because it just, especially when it dries, it's just fun. We're just gonna put a little dot towards what would be the middle of all of these flower shapes. And that's it. So this, again, optional step. If you don't have the white, it's not gonna make or break this thing. But while it's still wet, we are gonna add some stems and leaves with green color. So you are going to tap just a little bit. And I like to do sort of broken up, I guess shaky stems for these, really thin. If you want to make it a little less, I don't know, creepy looking, feel free. This is your painting. So we're just gonna follow it all the way down. We'll have this one sort of turning. So we're gonna add some leaves, still with your brush. Again, I don't want these to be perfect either. It wouldn't really go with our little creepy little flower aesthetic, but you're just gonna use the tip and bring it out and then press down, wiggle it a little, and then slowly come up. You can add a little more paint back into that if you need to. We're just going to add those all around. The good part with the leaves, composition wise, is they sort of fill up any empty space. And they're not too dark. I think we need one up here. You can do some lighter, smaller ones towards the bottom. Just like a hint of a leaf, you know? Okay. And I think that looks great. Another optional step in keeping with the chaotic nature of loose florals. Get a nice wet load of blue paint and just give it a little tap. You can use any of the colors really, but when they dry, they sort of just look the same anyways. All right, so we are gonna let this completely dry. And then come back and meet here when it's dry. We're gonna add some little details with the white gel pen and your monoline black marker. And then you guys are gonna be all set. And I'll see you soon. All right, so we are back and your painting should be dry. As you can see, when it's dry, it's a little messy, but it kind of gives off a really subtle monotone look with all the different blues and greens. So, of course, what we're gonna do is make it a little more abstract, a little more weird, and just add, I don't know, we're just gonna add a little something. So I like to add a lot of circles into my work. Literally don't know why. If you're not feeling that, then you can stick with just lines, some little dots, but I don't know. I think this just adds a little something. So I am going to start with this one. It's my white gel pen. And this is really subtle. Kind of a fun way to add to these. We're just going in the same direction that each little petal would be. And I'm going to add some little dots to the center. I think of just the indigo ones, the darker blue, because why not? And if you don't have a white gel pen, you can do this with white paint. My hands are always a little too shaky for that. Add some dots here. And adding lines like this, I feel like it gives it just like a little bit more energy, sort of moves your eye around. Makes it more fun. Okay. And if you want, you can add one little line through the leaves. The best part about these white pens is if you mess up, you can't see it on the paper unless you look really close, which please don't do that. All right, so gel pen's done. Okay. And then again, with composition, if you feel like it's lacking anywhere, I'm gonna add a couple little circles here and here. I'm using this black monoline pen. If you want to use like a gold gel pen, that's also fine. And if you want to like trace around like a roll of masking tape or something, that's cool too. But we are just going to, I'm going to start here. And these are just sort of like delicate, imperfect little circles. So I'm not drawing over the flowers or leaves, just sort of behind it. We're going to go around 3 times. Okay, so we got one there, and I'm going to do a smaller one down here. And this one is going to go over these lines because they're just so small. It doesn't matter. All right. And that's it. Let's try to get this up for you guys. So that's it. You guys have a cute little abstract, loose floral design. And I hope you enjoyed this. And let me know if you try it out. I'd love to see what you make. And I hope you have fun creating. Thank you.